Hello, my name is Jonas. In this video I will revisit the Canon C100 Mark II run and gun rig. This video is a follow-up to how I rig my Canon C100 Mark II run and gun shooting. If you haven't seen that one, you should check it out. Since that video I've been experimenting with different configurations of this rig because it was a bit too cumbersome. The height of the camera was too high in my opinion. And the biggest problem was the built-in top handle, which I had to use to get good audio into the camera, because the XLR inputs are built into the top handle of the C100 Mark II. But now let's rig up the Canon C100 Mark II and see how it goes. So, first we have the camera body itself. It's the same configuration as last time, almost. We have the bottom plate from Sakuro and the small rig top plate. But this special, I think it's a wooden camera cold shoe mount, which is special for the C100 Mark II's top handle. I moved it because originally it would be mounted on top here for the top handle to connect. And I moved it to the front for mounting the Blackmagic Video Assist recorder and monitor. And I kept this cold shoe mount here on the side. I don't know exactly where it was configured earlier, but it should be almost the same. And same as last time, the Sigma 18-35 lens, which is a very capable lens, has a good range for the kind of shooting I do mostly, and run and gunning, and also it opens up to f1.8, so it's very good for low light. And if you remember from last time, I talked about how the camera would tend to tip over forwards without this bottom plate for Sakuro. So it's a bit cold today, so the plastic theme seems to be affected by that. Okay, so we have the lens mounted. Now the first new thing is the small rig top handle, and when I attach it to the top plate, it's much more sturdy than the original Canon top handle, which could have some play in it from side to side, and it didn't felt 100% secure while using it. It is a hospital just right over here, so I think it will go away soon. I wonder what happened. Sometimes there's also helicopter ambulance helicopters coming in. So let's attach the top handle to the camera, and we can see straight away that it's much more sturdy with being mounted this way to the top plate than the original top handle would have been. The next thing I would want to attach is the Blackmagic Video Assist, which I also used in the last rig, and I have the LP6 battery on battery attachment number 2, and on number 1 I have the MPF bridge plate for attaching Sony MPF batteries, which lasts much longer than a small LP6 battery. I also have this securing piece of metal here so it doesn't fall out by accident. Wouldn't want that to happen. And we have the ball head 492 LCD from Frotto, which it isn't perfect. It does have some wiggle in it, and it can like rotate if you are too harsh on it, but it does the job fairly well. So as you can see now, the monitor recorder is attached quite low compared to earlier, where it would be attached up here, I believe, with the top handle going up and the monitor in front of it. And this is like, this configuration reminds me of the Red cameras, and which would have the monitor on top of the brain, as they call it, and the handle behind it. And I think it works quite well, actually. And then it's a matter of routing the HDMI cable, which I'm only going to do quick this time. Normally I would fix it with some tape and make it look a bit nicer than this. You can also notice on the cable that it's a bit cold, but it's nice weather. It's sunny anyways. A few -degrees Celsius. Then the interesting part comes with the audio solution. And I did a video where I compared 3 different microphones or audio solutions for the C100 Mark II. You can check that video out also. I will link to it in this video. And I compared the Rode NG4 shotgun microphone, which I also used in my last run and gun rig, to the Rode Video Mic Rycote, which is a video mic microphone, not a professional microphone, which connects to the 3.5mm jack of the camera. And also compare that to the built-in stereo microphone of the C100 Mark II's top handle. What I found out later was that there were problem with the auto gain when using the 3.5mm jack. I always used auto gain with the top handle when I used the XLR inputs on that one, and it worked flawlessly. It's awesome to have good auto gain control when run and gun shooting. And this just didn't work on the 3.5mm input. So I'm actually gonna use that input now, but I have a solution which makes me able to control the gain of the microphone, and that is this hacked iRig preamp, which has a quite good and low noise floor. And I modified it because from the standard configuration it's meant to use with an iPhone, for example. I think it's meant to use with Apple products, iPhones, iPad, because it has a cable out which connects to that one. And it's hacked, so instead of having audio going out to that cable, it goes out to the headphone jack. And originally you have a XLR connector here, but I soldered in this cable, microphone cable, and made it attach to a cold shoe mount. And same as last time, I have this cold shoe mount configuration on a rod, this time a short carbon fiber rod for saving weight and space. So this basically unwinds like so. See if it works. It's a bit tight fit. like so. I like to twist the iRig a bit so you can get in with your hand and grab it. Then the good thing about using this setup, except for having gain control on a knob, which is really nice, instead of having going into the camera, I still can use the Rode NGG4 shotgun microphone, which I really like. I think it's a good value microphone. Of course, there are high quality microphones out there, but I think this one does the job perfectly for what I need. Same as last time, I have this mount for attaching the microphone to the camera. It's a shock mount, so it will cancel out some vibration noise from going into the microphone. And I also have this Rode Dead Cat. Now this attaches the cold shoe on the side here, like so. Then it's just a matter of twisting it in, which can be a bit tight. And attaching the cable between the camera and iRig, and also the microphone cable to the NGG4 with strain relief. This is basically the rig, and in this case I don't use the side handle, the side grip. I use the thumb grip because I think it's also a bit flimsy. I don't trust the mount, like it's not as sturdy as using this kind of handle, and it feels like it almost can break. I don't know if it would break, but it feels like the side grip could potentially break. So instead I use a thumb grip, and I have the record stop button here, and I use the camera, like this. Very good for run and gun shooting. Just the only thing is that previously you only had to turn on the camera and the video assist. Now you also have to activate the iRig with phantom power here, and don't forget that, because then there won't be any audio to the camera. So it's one more step to think about, but we'll see. I will try this out, and hopefully it will work out good. So that's basically it. I can also, before I end this video, demonstrate quickly how I pack the stuff in this case. So on the top here we have the audio gear on the right, with the Dead Cat here, and the camera and batteries and some accessories. Now on the bottom shelf you have the rest of the parts. On the right you can see, hopefully you can see, on the bottom here, the original top handle, the side grip. We have this which attaches between the bottom plate and a tripod, for example. And we have power for the camera if you would like to run it without battery. And a charger for the video assist, and some extra NPF batteries. Charger for the Canon batteries. So I think I have actually come up with something pretty useful, and I would like to hear what you think about the rig, and also the Nanuk 935 and how I configured that. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.